It helped me, I believe, have a relatively short labor for a first-time mom. So from the beginning of contractions to delivery was about 8 hours. And I think a lot of that is attributable to getting chiropractic care. Hi, my name's Sarah Brown West. I'm 31 years old, first-time mom. I started chiropractic care here because my midwives and my doula recommended it for me as a first-time mom who wanted to pursue an unmedicated home birth. They said it would help make it easier and less pain. And so I trusted them and started. I started my care at 14 weeks pregnant, which was pretty early in my pregnancy. So the first little bit, we were more focused on my spine. And I'd never done chiropractic care before, so we had some work to do there. And I thought that part really helped me with some back pain that I'd had even before pregnancy. That was definitely getting worse during pregnancy. And then I already started to see differences with that. And then later in pregnancy, we started focusing more on my belly and pelvic floor area. And I really believe it helped baby be in the right position. She's pretty much head down on the left side the whole time, which is an ideal position for birthing. And then that's what position she was in when she came out. And it helped me, I believe, have a relatively short labor for a first-time mom. So from beginning of contractions to delivery was about 8 hours, which I thought was really great. And I had, no issues with her coming out and no tearing that required stitches or anything like that. And I think a lot of that is attributable to getting chiropractic care. So now that I'm postpartum, I'm still wanting to come and get care just because, like I said, I had some back pain before pregnancy and it pretty much went away toward the end of my pregnancy, which you would think like it would be worse when you're 9 months pregnant, but I actually felt way better then than I did in the middle, kind of at the beginning or before my care. And so I want to keep that up now that I'm postpartum. Also just, since I went through childbirth, making sure everything is realigned and back in regular fashion so that I can be set up in the future for if I want to get pregnant again and stay pain-free. When Genevieve was born, we had some issues with her latch. Specifically, she was refusing one side. And the first thing I thought to do was to get her in here with Dr. Vin. And after the first session with him, she was already latching better and accepting the side she was refusing. And so now we've been coming regularly with her just to keep that up and keep improving her latch and improving our breastfeeding journey. If you are considering natural childbirth, either at home or at the hospital, or even medicated, honestly, I would highly recommend chiropractic care. It made a huge difference for me just in the comfort of my pregnancy and in my labor, and I think it would help any woman. And I can't imagine doing it without it now. If I get pregnant again, this will be one of the first things I do is making sure I have my package in order. Highly recommend if you're on the fence about it or if you've never considered it before to look into it and just come in for a consultation and see what you think, because I think, for me, I was sold after one session. So yeah, highly recommend it.